Welcome to Look Around Florida. Sean will be with you in a minute.
Welcome to Look Around Florida. When you join the chat, please let me know who you are and what you represent. I am your host, Sean McFall, aka the Florida Man, because this channel is about what's going on in Florida, what's going on in the Army of Tennessee, and what's going on at HQ. I'm glad you could join us tonight. We got Ronnie Nichols in timeout right now. His wife said he's been a bad boy, so I put him in timeout. So I'm glad you all could be here. We're going to hear from him in a little bit. What happened in Biloxi at the SCV Mechanized Calvary annual meeting. Hey, Marty. Hey, Jeffro. Hey, Linda. Hey, Beth. What happened in Biloxi, his time being there for the meeting, and what's going on at Benoit. I know, I think I butchered it, but it won't be the first time I butchered a name. But, so, right now, not much going on in the division right now. A lot of the camps are preparing for 4th of July. My camp does have a parade down in Everglades City, Florida. We're meeting on the 29th there early in the morning, about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, there at City Hall. If you want to come join us, come join us. Bring your flags. If you're mechanized cavalry, make sure you wear your vest. We'll be happy to have you. Leon Arthur's camp in Arcadia, Florida, they got their 4th of July parade on the 4th of July. If you want more information about their parade, please let me know or contact Tim Pendleton, Cindy Pendleton, which is our OCR chapter president, or Leon Arthur himself. So Southwest Florida, we're busy. I know, I think it was this past weekend, the early camp got together to clean up the flag site and put up a newer flag up on the big 40-foot flagpole there at I-4 and I-70. I mean, not I-4 and I-75. So that's cool. They're always busy here in South Florida. Like I said, everybody's gearing up for 4th of July parades. So if you have a camp event or a brigade event, please let me know and I'll get the word out. Yes, Victor, I am ready for Charleston. Let me hear some of you if you're ready for Charleston. I know I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to the road to Charleston because our guest, Ronnie Nichols, and me will be going to his dad's hometown, which is have my Confederate ancestors buried at. So it's going to be cool. And what I am planning on doing a live event on Look Around Florida from South Carolina. And hopefully our brothers and sisters in South Carolina, if they want to meet up with us, please let me know. Or you can hit up Ronnie Nichols. Exactly, Jeffro. It's going to be a good time in Charleston to see my brothers and sisters from Florida and throughout the Confederation for our national reunion. With that being said, please give a warm welcome to Ronnie Nichols, and I don't remember his Metcalf handle.
Thor.
That's right, Thor.
What's up, Sean McFall?
Not much, Ronnie. How you and Marty doing tonight?
Brother, we're doing awesome. Just got back from Beauvoir, and oh my gosh, what a beautiful place that is. And by the way, Beauvoir means beautiful view.
Yeah, what language, though?
That is me speaking French, 2 words that I know. Not one word, Beauvoir.
Oh, okay. That's good. I mean, because most everything down here in Florida is Native American and Spanish.
Right. Yeah, it's always good seeing you, whether it's in Trenton, the day before the meeting and during the meeting. And I just appreciate all the time I get to spend with all of my SCV brothers, Metcalf brothers, and you especially. And your ears should have been ringing from Beauvoir. We had Harrison Dawes and Forrest Dawes thanking you for Look Around Florida, that you encouraged them and helped them out too.
Oh yeah, I mean I have a great relationship with Harris Dawes, aka the Moose.
Yep.
We're always bouncing ideas off each other.
Yes, sir.
Because with good communication, not only it helps me with Look Around Florida, but it also helps out with him and GCB on SCV chat.
Yep. Yep. But yes, I just got back from Mississippi, and it was an amazing time. We all had a safe ride out there, safe ride there, and rides home. The For the 27th Metcalf annual that was, to have that at Jefferson Davis's last home site, and where there was 2,000 veterans from 1903 to 1957, and how it became a veteran home after Jeff Davis was there for about, I think, 12 to 15 years. It was just amazing. It's hallowed ground, and you're just walking around, and you're like, this is where Jefferson Davis was, and his wife, and his kids, and all these veterans from the war, and widows, and just an amazing feeling. And it's thanks to Mechanized Calvary here that SCV and Metcalf has led me to places in our country that I never would have got to if it wasn't for Metcalf and SCV.
I would agree with you on that, Ronnie, because of the SCV, I've been to cemeteries and various different places throughout the state of Florida that I would not even know of, or I've driven by for years and never thought, hey, there's a Confederate soldier buried in there.
Right. That's right. I love it. And I was SCV for 3 years, about 15 years ago, and then was gone for a while, and then came back. And I joined the Kirby Smith Camp 1209 in Northeast Florida, close to where I live. And I tell you what, coming through the Kirby Smith Camp, it made the transition to mechanized cavalry easy. The Kirby Smith Camp is just so active with erecting flag sites and monuments, and going to city council and fighting for monuments, and just the headstone cleaning, and putting headstones in the ground, just everything. And then when I learned about mechanized cavalry, I just stepped right in, because mechanized cavalry is so active. We've even got the nickname of Special Operations of the SCV. And it really is. A lot of our camps that are very active throughout the Confederation, a lot of those most active members are Metcalf members. And throughout Metcalf history, just getting toys for kids at Christmas time, and raising money for youth camps, putting in headstones. The Jubal Early Camp, you mentioned them earlier when we came on here. The headstones that Captain David King down there, and that they and that whole Jubal Early Camp, Jeffro especially. You should have blocked Jeffro from being on in the show tonight. What's up, Jeffro? But yeah, just that transition for me was just really easy, coming from an active camp. And now I've moved a little bit south. I'm in St. Augustine, Florida, and I've joined the General William Wing Loring Camp 1316, and much smaller camp. And I'm very happy to take what I've learned from the largest camp in the Confederation down to a smaller camp, and look forward to some good things to come from a new camp and learn from them too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know from talk with them at the reunion, and the pictures I'm seeing, they're starting to get busy.
We are. Yes, sir. Yep. Got a great camp commander there, and we got some projects coming up. July 6th, where we'll be at Satsuma Cemetery. Uh, a person in Tennessee has a Confederate ancestor buried in Satsuma Cemetery, south of me here in St. Augustine, that we're going to do through the UDC, OCR, and cooperation here. So the relative is coming down. So July 6th, we're doing the ceremony, uh, a Southern Cross of Honor ceremony, and it's going to be a nice event. We'll be dressed in period attire and fire our muskets and salutes, and look forward to that through the General William Wing Loring Camp.
Cool. As soon as if you guys make up a flyer, please send it to me.
I will, brother. Thank you.
Alrighty. That sounds cool, man. Yeah, like I said, I love seeing active camps.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more active you are, the better you have chances on recruiting.
Yes.
And retaining your membership.
Yeah. Well, I hear all the time. It's like, wow, Kirby Smith camp has this, Kirby Smith camp has that. And it comes down to recruiting. They didn't have that stuff forever. It's you recruit, and just eventually a member comes along that's got a talent, and you use that talent for the best of the camp. It might be a connection for a property to make a Confederate flag site and get a monument put up. You just never know where blessings and gifts can come from.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Because in my camp, I have a concrete and rebar guy.
Yeah. Yep. That'll be very useful someday.
Yeah, and another guy is a general contractor. So,
Yep.
and me, I do pest control, and with that, I do from time to time when David King or Jeffro calls me, I do fly up to the flag site and help them out with stuff.
Right.
Oh, I'm all over the state. Most of you guys know, hey, Cam, good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. Hey, Bobby. Bobby Van Zandt, the man with the plan. Hey, Linda and Roy. All righty. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, or do you want to jump into the pictures?
Yeah. Before we jump into the pictures, I just saw the sad post from Chaplain Kim Hoffecker about one of my former Kirby Smith camp brothers passed away, and he was a great guy, great friend, great compatriot, and prayers for his family.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I saw that just a little bit ago, but I didn't get a chance to read it.
No, it just happened.
Wow.
Yep. All right, brother.
Ready. Whenever you are.
All right, I'm ready. Let's see some of those pictures that I posted from Beauvoir.
And no, they're none of Ronnie in a dress or a lampshade. Ready.
We have a good time though. Hey, that's the logo there, and again, that was the 27th annual, and the Mississippi division and the Rankin Grays that did the cooking for the Metcalf event. It was annual. It was great. The jambalaya they cooked up, and the T-shirt, the challenge coin. The what else did I get? The patch. I got to put a patch on my vest.
Exactly. Ronnie, when you're ready to go to the next picture, just say next.
All right, brother. So yeah, awesome logo there, and we'll have some cool graphics. While we're on this picture, we have the 28th Metcalf Annual will be hosted here in Florida, and it's not going to be at Cedar Key where it was. What was it? It's been a while now, about 15 years or something. But we host it here in Florida, and that'll be in Tavares, and the Key West Hotel resort that's lined up in Tavares, Florida. That's going to be an amazing event. We'll have great food, and uh, the meetings are always we get a lot accomplished. And so yeah, be ready for June 19th through June 22nd of 2025. The annual is coming here to Florida.
Well, Billy Gorman, welcome to the show.
Hey, Billy.
Well, I'm trying to go back.
Yeah.
I clicked on it way too quick, so let me redo this. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, okay, that one. So the Virginia Metcalf brothers, Alan and his truck, along with Racer, bunch of other great guys there. They brought this General Nathan Bedford Forrest statue down to be donated and placed on the property here at Beauvoir.
Ooh.
So yeah, they got it there safely, and they had a tractor unload it, and all of us got it on the ground, and it's safe. And that flag back there, that guidon flag, I just happen to own that, take that everywhere with me. So that is our 3D flag. The three up there in the red is the 3rd Battalion, and Company D is Florida. So that's 3D. If you see that flag with 3B, again, that's 3rd Battalion, and the B in this case is Georgia. So that's just our little way of designating where you are from without putting Florida or Georgia. And so yeah, that's the flag back there behind the general's statue.
That's cool, the general.
Yeah, they did.
Again, who did you say that donated it?
That was the Virginia Metcalf.
Wow.
Sure.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
For some. Okay, now I got it set right.
All right.
Now I can just click on next. I don't know what the heck.
That is the view from out beyond the parking lot, looking back toward. Actually, I was coming from the cemetery and walking back to the presidential library and museum, and that was added in 1998 to the property, and I think there's like 87 acres there now, and the museum and library were added in '98.
Oh, okay. I figured out how to wait. Damn it. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I have to stop sharing to be able to go to the next one for some reason. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard.
Okay. Could be my fault for not sending you pictures fast enough and in time.
Hey, Jack, welcome to the show, buddy.
All right, that was really cool. that was a dry well that is underneath the house, and I'd say it's about 20 feet deep down to the bottom, and it was kind of like a refrigerator. They would lower that down into the cooler ground and have your vegetables and some fruits and just different things that you wanted to keep well below room temperature. And then even in I would imagine the winter time, you and I are trying to talk about this. Uh, they could get some ice down in there, so it was not a wet well to draw water from. It was a dry well, and so that was really cool. And seeing the pulley and the hoist system to bring up your cooler items.
Cool.
That was one of the restaurants there in Biloxi, only about a mile from Beauvoir, and so it was a quick, easy Harley ride to Shaggy's, and Captain King and Roy Hudson had just got in from Tampa and or Fort Pierce to Tampa, Tampa to Biloxi, and for the two of them, and I met them for lunch with a bunch of the Virginia guys and North Carolina.
There we go.
So that was Shaggy's. Had a great fish sandwich. Captain King had some shrimp. It was really good.
You go from the Gulf Coast of Florida all the way to the Gulf Coast of Mississippi.
That wasn't our choice. That was the North Carolina guys. They're more inland, and they wanted some seafood. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Dave King and myself and a bunch of these other guys and Roy, and we're like, we get seafood all the time. But so, yes, they had to get seafood. We're like, all right, we'll go. That was pretty cool. In the museum for cracking pecans. I got to take my glasses off here. But yeah, that was the for husking and shelling the pecans and then collecting them all.
Oh, okay, cool.
Neat artifact that somebody donated.
Oh, wait. Let me go back one. Yeah, I was on the right one. There you go.
The cemetery. So after I did the tour of the house, uh, that was awesome. And then I walked. I followed there's a walking path and signs that tell you how to get to the cemetery, and so I kept walking and started seeing the cemetery, and it was just beautiful. And these were veterans. Again, there was about 2,000 veterans that were on the property between 1903 and 1957, and about 800 headstones are there. And so I walked around all of them, paying respect. And right before I got to the tomb of the unknown soldier, I turned around and looked at one headstone's name, and my last name was on it.
Wow.
Need to do some research to see if I'm related somehow, but it was T.L. Nichols, and it was a Mississippi division, and I need to look into it.
Yeah, just send me the information. I could go on Fold 3 and see if I can find his military records to find out what town he mustered in at.
Thank you. Yeah, I am. I'm not the greatest with Fold 3. Rick Roberts tried to teach me and get me on that, and I still haven't mastered Fold 3. So I appreciate any tutoring.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love Fold 3 because both my grandfathers died when I was 3 years old, and I know that they both served in the military. Well, I found one of them's military records from Korea.
Oh wow. Okay.
But not enough about me.
Cool.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. So there's some of your signs so that you don't get lost when you start walking around the 87 acres.
87 acres. I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah. And so the cemetery, gift shop, museum, You follow the signs so you don't get lost.
Oh, Ronnie,
Yes,
Jack DuPont, he's the aide to Councilman Harris. There's a write up here. I just put it up on the screen for you.
awesome.
This may help you with your research on that Nichols.
Excellent. And I did see a little bit of that. I was on my way to the restaurant, and and I saw this bulletin board, and out of the approximate 800 headstones, they would be numbered like B 39, row B, gravesite number 39, and so yeah, I did see where I can do some research, self research that way. But thank you very much, Jack.
Exactly, Lewis. Full three is where it's at.
That is the front porch. And about that front porch, again, this is right next to the Gulf of Mexico, and it's only it's really short distance. Right now, there's a road which is Beach Boulevard, and then there's a 30-foot section of sand beach. Well, the view, Beauvoir, beautiful view. That view used to look over a short front yard and a bunch of cut cypress tree stumps. Those cypress trees built the house. And so those stumps were the original view back in the 1850s, 1840s, I think it was built. And the beach that is there now was all man-made. It's one of the country's largest man-made beaches.
Was that before or after Katrina?
Yeah. So yeah, 1969, they had Hurricane Camille with about 20-foot sea surge, and then it was 2005 Hurricane Katrina with a 24-foot sea surge. The front porch of Beauvoir is about 12 and a half feet. So you can see how high that front porch is, and imagine 12 more feet of water over that porch. And it was millions of dollars of damage. And as good as everybody is in their hearts in the right place, for all the artifacts that they worked so hard to save, there was some that they couldn't. And but just devastating what the hurricanes did do. There's still a little bit of damage on the one bedroom ceiling that they're trying to get period right. And but yeah, so you can still see some damage 19 years later.
Wow.
Yep. All right. Yeah, that's I was trying to see that the room beside that is the one with the roof damage, but all of that period, the curtains, the rugs, the desks, all of that is just it's so beautiful. Again, it's like when I took that picture, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm standing where President Jefferson Davis stood, walked, played with the kids. Uh, resting and while he was writing his, his books and um, just his thoughts on the war and everything that he had been through 10, 15 years earlier. Another thing I learned on the tour is his citizenship to the United States was revoked. And do you know who the president of the United States was that gave him his citizenship back?
Reagan?
No, Jimmy Carter.
Wow. The Peanut Man.
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
Jimmy Carter gave President Jefferson Davis his U.S. citizenship back.
I would not imagine President Davis was alive at that time.
No. So yeah, this is well because I think President Davis died in forgive me for not knowing exactly, but early 1890s, and so
Okay.
yeah, 1970s, 80 years later, that Jimmy Carter um, gave him his citizenship back. Yep, pretty cool. That one. That is
The room, from the picture, it looks like the room next to the one with the red curtains.
Yes, yes, and I can't blow this. Yeah, I can. Um, Again, I was just so impressed, and I've got my family members up in South Carolina that just love seeing stuff like this and the period accoutrements and the flooring, and it was pretty cool how of course they didn't have air conditioning back then, but one of the pictures I took from downstairs, so the kids and the one daughter, Winnie, she had a bedroom up there on this main floor, and the boys, they would be down in the uh, not basement, but the lower level underneath the house. And
Cellar, maybe.
yeah, cellar. There you go. And it'd be 10 to 15 degrees cooler down there. And so the boys had it made having the cooler area, and then there would be some vents coming through the floor to get some of that cool air drawn up into the upper part of the house. And
Oh, okay.
and before the beach was made and the asphalt road out front, I guess there used to be a nice cool breeze coming off the Gulf of Mexico, but now it's hot air just blowing right through there.
Congratulations, David, on becoming the adjutant and the treasurer for the Tennessee Society MOFB.
Congratulations! All right.
Whoop. Yep.
All right. So again, the Mississippi Metcalf brothers. That's Jerry Dupree right there. That's passing a plate to our captain of the mechanized cavalry, Florida, David King, and great job cooking. Jambalaya. They had shrimp, jambalaya, and some chicken, and I tried both, and I thought they were fabulous. And again, with us hosting in Tavares, Florida next year, I was definitely taking some mental notes and some pictures of serving lines and things like that. And, we're going to have a great time in Florida. The last one everyone talks about as being one of the best. And we will live up to that and do a great job again. That on the bottom of that is built out of the cypress again. And at the bottom, you can see a watermark, and that was where Hurricane Katrina left a mark.
Right here where the mouse is.
Yes, yep, that was a watermark from Katrina.
Wow, that high.
Yep, I know, just sad. So the whole Lord,
Was this on the first floor when you went up the stairs?
yes, yeah, this is the
Oh,
back porch. It was beautiful, and then going out the back porch is the way to the cemetery. And you could make a right over to the Presidential Library and Museum. So this part of mechanized cavalry, we have, and there's an officers meeting. This is the table. So us general Metcav members, we sit off the back, and if we have something to say, we would go up behind our captain that's sitting at that table and say, hey, maybe you could mention this, that type of thing. But it's for captains and above to speak. And Captain Dave King there for Florida on the left, he brought up the headstones that have been set in cooperation, and so thankful for the UDC and OCR, and the our annual coming up next year. And he always says everything in Florida is good.
it looks like a member is getting sworn in here.
Exactly, General Stone there in the middle. He was doing the swear in for a new member. I believe he was Oklahoma. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, yep, I met him in Hot Springs, Arkansas last year at the SCV annual.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, he was here today, and he just got sworn, or that's this day on Friday morning, and is now our newest Metcalf brother.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get his name, but I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah. Yep. If you were there, you would have remembered too. This
Here's
is
what, yeah.
underneath the first floor there, and this is again where Jefferson Davis's sons slept, and it was cooler down there, and um, it's really cool. They had a TV set up back there, and that you could watch a video that was going on, and a video that they sell in the museum, just to learn more history.
Oh, there's the fireplace.
There you go. Yep.
Uh, is this open where the mouse is, or was this mirrors?
That was open. Yeah, that's
Okay,
a complete walkthrough open.
gotcha. Oh, that's cool. I gotta get up to one
And
of
those,
these
and
days.
all of those beams, there's no nails in that. They back then they did what's it called, mortise, and
Yeah, brick and mortar.
yeah, there's no nails, and so kind of like a skyscraper can sway. So part of the reason Beauvoir is still standing is because it can sway a little bit with that uh, pinion, Tennyson mortar, Tunyon. I forget.
So the building can expand and contract then.
Yes, it can sway with the wind.
Okay,
Yep,
that's cool.
I know. I couldn't believe there was any nails. So this was Saturday night. I promote unity. I don't it whether this is our Tennessee brothers, and they were staying in the same Motel 6 with us with uh, Roy Hudson and Captain King and Jimmy Edwards and I. We were in another room, so we were all out at the pool on Saturday afternoon, and we talked about going to dinner, and they invited me to go with their group. And the uh, the big guy in the middle with the ball cap on, that's Trey King. He he's the chaplain.
And
And
is he related to David?
I don't think so, but yeah, they need to have that conversation. The guy right next to me, that's George, and road name Chicken George. He's got the best accent. You got to hear him talk. But great people. I love all of our brothers. And that's pretty cool. When you walk into the museum, there's no pins left to be placed in the United States for where you're from. But yeah, that's the map of
Uh,
yeah,
People from South America have been there,
yeah,
Europe, Africa,
yes, sir.
and all the way over to China and Japan and throughout Russia.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is cool.
Yep. Alaska.
What about Cuba? Wow, there's been people from Cuba.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
You know, when I walked out of there shortly after, right after I took that picture, a lady and her uh, two sons and one of the sons' girlfriends asked me what's going on, like is if we had a motorcycle meet or what was going on. So I was explaining about our Sons of Confederate Veterans Mechanized Cavalry, and they lived in close to Destin, Florida. So I always keep the SCV coin in my wallet, and I passed that to her for her sons, and I think the one was about 17 or 18, and they knew of some Confederate ancestry. But man, I was just thinking, what a tool Beauvoir is, in that museum
Oh
for
yeah.
the thousands of people that go through there, and you know, a lot of them are local, but so many are coming from somewhere else. And I bet that museum in Beauvoir has gained us a lot of members for the SCV, and probably a bunch from mechanized cavalry too. That was when I was going through that cemetery, and maybe what Jack was talking about. Um, when I was able to find nickels, and there it is,
Yeah,
like,
there's three.
yeah, the location, the unit, um, So yeah, this is what they have set up at that cemetery. So anybody, I encourage you to go to Beauvoir and then go walk that cemetery and just look at everything that SCV members and UDC, OCR, everybody's contributed to.
Did you get the other section with the M's are on it? I was just curious.
I didn't take a picture of that other page, but yes, there's a full catalog there, and to look up last names, you could look up by however you wanted.
And I think Jack said it's on the Mississippi Division website.
Yes, so that was cool. That so you always hear our I'll call them opponents saying how uh, Jefferson Davis was captured dressed in women's clothes. You know, they'll make it sound however they want, of course, and to fit their agenda. But there's slight differences between our frock and the difference between a men's and a woman's. I think it has something to do with the buttons, the placement, and it was President Davis's wife that when they were being rushed to leave the house, she grabbed this one, and they were both right there. It's not a woman's dress. It's uh,
Sort of looks like what they were to go to bed at.
yeah, and just she grabbed the wrong one, and that's what he was captured in, and not recognizing that it was hers and not his, but yeah, just the way they spin that story that he was dressed in women's.
Ronnie, Jack just posted this. If you can see it.
Yes. TL Nichols. Harrison. Home 19 returned to Tate County with Confederate pension application 1932. Very cool, Jack. Thank you so much. I'll rewatch this program and look more into that.
Thanks, Jack. Now, keep in mind, everybody, I do want to apologize. I did not save these pictures in any order.
Right. and yeah, it's probably the way I posted them too, so it's my fault. This is a view of that back porch, like where those cypress cabinet chests were on the back porch.
What's this green silo?
There was no sign on that, and the tour was over. This is when I started my own self-guided tour, walking out towards the cemetery. I don't know. Not sure if anybody else here in the chat would know.
It almost looks like where they held fresh water.
That's what I was wondering. I mean,
Jack, you got any insight?
maybe.
Yeah. Jack said that's what it was for, fresh water.
Okay. And again, so since this was the veterans' home from 1903 to 1957, they definitely would have had that type of not technology, but ability.
Yeah, now we get arrested and fined if we want to do the same thing today.
Right? That was our lunch at Shaggy's, and again, a bunch of our Virginia brothers in North Carolina, Captain King in there, and OCR sister. That's Alan's wife. Yeah, really good food, and I just love every moment I get to sit with any SCV event, MetCav event. I love it. Some people think I'm brown nosing. You'll see me standing with General Stone or Captain King, and they'll act like they got a magic marker in their hand and painting my nose. Not brown nosing. I just love hanging out with everybody.
Exactly.
And from the higher ups, and I don't know how far I'll take this. I'm proud that I did become a sergeant major for Florida a couple weeks ago, and how far I'll take that up, we'll see. I just want to keep learning and mentoring under our leaders. That's the officers' table that I was mentioning.
Oh, sorry. Did you want to go back?
Good. I already spoke about it. That's just the Friday morning meetings, and we'll have that same type of meeting, and at the museum at headquarters, and every February up there in Tennessee. Um, that was our tour guide over there in the blue shirt in the middle. He's pointing to how high Katrina came up inside the house.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That was part. Yeah, that was the. I can't read the fine print, but that's what Jefferson
Burial carriage?
casket was in. Yes, and I heard that was the largest uh, ceremony in in the South. I mean, it was. I wish I knew the numbers, but it was thousands of people. But yeah, I need to blow that up and read some of that more. It was
I don't
beautiful,
know if that helps you out at all.
right? Um, it was beautiful. I can't wait to go back. The other thing that they have there is they call it the fall muster. I don't know. I see you advertise that for um,
Yeah.
on your page here.
Yeah.
So I'd love to go back to Beauvoir and participate in that fall muster. Again, the Mississippi Metcalf brothers, the Rankin Grays, uh, cooking all that jambalaya in some massive cast iron pots, and we're all lined up. There was at least over 200 that they had to feed.
Yep.
Yep,
They're
yep,
part of that 200.
yep, yep. Everyone's sitting around the campground and just there. The camaraderie is just awesome. Another picture from Shaggy's, and I just love the camaraderie. It's funny you're talking about like my name, my road name. It's Thor.
Right.
That all the Viking stuff. One of those guys back there against the window. His road name's Magoo. The other guy's Hammer. And Reister, his road name is Gurr. Grrr. Gurr.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. It's so fun. That is the entrance to the cemetery, and the unknown soldier. Again, it was a young soldier, and he wasn't found around there. I believe he was on a hillside. Forgive me, I know I'm wrong. I'm going to say like Virginia or something. Um, uh, but his body was brought back here in let's see, 1980, and
Wow.
yeah, 1980 at the end of the brick road there, before the rest of the headstones, is the unknown soldier is buried there in that big casket. That was very touching, and I know that the events that they have there, that they'll always be honoring the unknown soldiers with
Yeah.
color and everything else.
Right. There you go. Here's a
Yeah,
better picture for you.
yep, yep. Again, everything was just so touching. That really is hallowed ground. Can't wait to go back.
Oh, okay. Jack said, here we go. Thanks, Jack.
Oh, okay, Vicksburg. Oh, wow. All right. That's where he was found. Thank you, Jack. I saw that on the tour movie and forgot the location.
Oh, I think they, yep.
Awesome.
I was working on something with this.
Yeah. Glad it's not dirty.
Not this time. That's all I need is either Carl Jones, Calvin, Jimmy, or our commander in chief to call me and go, why? Yeah,
Oh,
that was something I'm working on a camp flag.
all right, all right. Um, but yeah, so that was just an amazing experience. And again, if it wasn't for the SCV, and I thank my Confederate ancestors and my dad for getting me into the SCV. And a lot of the stuff I have behind me is memories of my dad. And so just attending these events, and it's like, man, I wish he was here. And I know so many of us are saying that same thing. If my dad was here, if my brother was here, they would be at these events with us. And the mechanized cavalry part, again, I'm just so thankful for. Um, all the unity that we all have, and we're SCV first. And I was really honored the Hot Springs that you were there.
Yeah.
We presented almost a $15,000 check to National last year to put towards the museum building loan. And it's just everything. It's just really clicking, and loving it and learning it. And for anybody that is interested in joining the mechanized cavalry, reach out to me or whoever if you want to read more about it. Our website is CSA, Confederate States America, so CSASCVMC.org, and learn more about it. See our click on about, click on how to join, and learn more about, like I said, Florida. We're 3D, 3rd Battalion Company D. There'll be a 1A or 2C. We've even got a mechanized cavalry over in Germany. That's the 3C. So I went from 3B, which was Georgia, to 3D, Florida. C is Germany. We've got a couple
Oh,
brothers over there, and you know them.
yeah. Harris just joined the channel.
Oh, Harrison, that was so great talking to him, and him and his dad, and they are the best people. They rode about 2.5 hours south from where they live, and they don't say, I won't even say the word. I won't say North Mississippi. They call it Upper Mississippi. They don't like that North word.
Hey,
Yeah, him and Forrest came down, and that was great to see them Friday morning and afternoon. And they are definitely an asset to SCV and Metcav. And um, what else? Another thing, you'll see.
hey, Ronnie.
Yes, sir.
I do want to say this.
Yeah.
After that, guess what popped up after that picture? That has the gator and let us alone.
Yeah.
Talks about I have a thing that popped up. Talks about my ancestor, how he ended up in your dad's hometown.
Oh, cool. We're going.
How coincidence is that?
We're going. These coincidences, I swear, they're like God winks or something. Uh,
Yeah.
for me to see Nichols and out of 800 headstones there at Beauvoir, and to look at one of them, and it's my last name. And now there you go with yours. I can't wait, brother. When we go to National in Charleston and take that pit stop over to Anderson, South Carolina, and go by Secession Hill, and where just loving it, brother. Can't wait to do everything, anything and
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, it, see, for me, how I got involved with the SCV was because of my great grandmother.
Oh,
She kept talking about her dad.
okay.
I mean, not her dad, but her grandfather. That was a Union soldier that died at Andersonville.
Yeah.
And I've been to his grave twice and got that feeling that, you know,
Yep.
a lot of us do when we go to our ancestors' grave.
Love it.
But the thing about it is, if I didn't learn about him, I would not have found my Confederate ancestors.
Wow. Yep. Yep.
Because behind him at Andersonville is 3 McFalls that are buried there.
Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, the story of my dad when he was a little boy, just playing around on the McFall plantation and a huge pecan orchard, and just one of those stories I remember from that area. Um, it's a little gruesome. So, yeah, it's not something for the chat, but I'll share it with you another time.
Okay.
And but yeah, it's just amazing that you and I have this connection. And it was my aunt up there in Ohio that made us realize it. You know, another thing about Harrison Dawes there, he's got a really cool patch on the back of his vest, real big letters, and up above our stainless banner, and SCB first. It's like, love it. And that,
Exactly.
yep,
We're SUV first, mechanized cavalry second.
yep. I took a picture of it because I want to copy it.
Exactly.
Great
Send
patch.
send me that picture. I'll post it on our Facebook page
All right, brother.
because that's what we are.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This is and
And I've heard those words multiple times come out of Captain King's mouth.
yeah, yeah, yeah. These are great times. Some of the captains we have and General Stone. This is we're blessed. And you know, we got that other saying. You know, sometimes people will see us put up letters like RAYWWF, and it's ride as you would with Forrest. You know, Nathan Bedford Forrest back in the day, their mode of transportation was horse, so horses for cavalry. And so we say if they had motorcycles back then, you know, they would have used motorcycles as their transportation for cavalry. And so we're mechanized cavalry, and very proud, and thanks to our ancestors, and defending them and trying to get their good name back and to the public is our goal.
Yep. Yeah, because I'm glad when we went up to that forest reinterment, I picked up the last ride patch.
Yes, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I gotta get that right here so I don't knock anything over. But
All right.
yeah, that's this one here. There's my road name Thor. But that one, that patch right there, that is the one that wanted me, made me. Just I felt the calling that I had to join Metcalf. You know,
Yeah.
when the procession and the what was it called, the with no rider, the riderless horse. You know,
Correct. Yep.
horse. Man, and the procession of Metcalf on both sides of that road, and then um, the the caskets in the back of the funeral cars and the escort was just amazing.
Yeah. I mean that whole event there at HQ was
Yeah,
truly moving.
yes, it was.
You know, besides seeing Forrest and his wife's casket, original caskets, able to see part of the home
Yep, yep,
and knowing Forrest grew up within throwing distance of Elm Springs.
yes, yes. I love it.
Yep. Well, does anybody have any questions for Ronnie? Feel free to ask, or if you got questions for me, we got 2 minutes left.
All right. A lot of y'all I'll see in Charleston. My wife and I, Marty, will be at the reunion in Charleston.
Yep.
And you and I, and uh, we're going to go a day ahead of everybody else, explore Anderson and Secession Hill and Abbeville, South Carolina. So yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody in Charleston, and do some tours and a couple self-guided tours that we're doing on our own. And
I definitely want to see the UDC hall and how it recovered from the riots and all that.
I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. We'll be there.
Yep. That's one place I definitely want to go and see that and how much of the artifacts they were able to save.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, yeah, I definitely thank you for letting me come on the program, Sean. It's an honor, and I love it. And if I can help other people to be interested in the SCV or in mechanized cavalry and all the good things that we all do, and I'm glad to share it.
Yes, sir.
And remember, I'm going to do another shout out. We've got Roy Hudson in Florida that'll be running for the Army of Tennessee councilman. And remember, if you're going to Charleston, to bring your delegate form so that you can vote.
Yep.
Bring
Yeah, that week I'm going to be going over all that stuff. That Tuesday I'm going to be in Anderson.
Yep.
I know I've been butchered that name, and I've got so many emails and messages and corrected me. But yeah, that Tuesday, while we're live there in Anderson, I'm going to go over, make sure you have your delegate form, make sure you call the hotel, and make sure whatever hotel you're at, the hotel or one of the overflows, confirm your reservation. Because I hate to hear brothers drive all the way up, brothers and sisters drive all the way up there.
Vote.
Yep.
I would hate that too.
All right. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. May God bless you in your adventures this week. Until next show, on next Tuesday, we're going to end off on this video.
My name is Nelson W. Winbush. I'm a member of the Jacob Sumner Camp 1516 Sons of Confederate Veterans. My reason for joining the Sons of Confederate Veterans after the NAACP declared they would destroy and remove everything Confederate in 1990, I decided that I would do all I could to make sure that people understood what the Confederacy stood for.
Thank you for joining the show. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. May God be with you.